Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, if you are listening to this right now, I want you to just take a second, check your watch, check your calendar, take a deep breath, because you are officially standing in the calm before the storm.
It definitely feels heavy, doesn't it? It's that distinct atmospheric pressure drop right before the hurricane makes landfall. You can almost feel the electricity in the air.
It is so palpable. So for the record, and for everyone tuning in, let's just timestamp this. Today is Thursday, February 19th, 2026.
Right.
We are precisely 9 days away from the main event.
The world premiere of the Netflix spinoff that everyone has been waiting for. Famous Singers Need a Hit Song.
Which officially kicks off on February 28, 2026. The countdown is on. And look, if you've been with us for the last couple of sessions, you know the drill here. Our mission isn't just to prepare you to watch a reality show. I mean, anyone can do that. We are trying to understand the machinery behind it.
Yeah.
We're looking at the specific architectures available to Gwyn Dorado to see how a hit song is actually built.
Engineered, really.
Well,
and engineered is the key word there because, as we've discussed, winning a competition, or in Gwyn's case, coming historically close, is a completely different skill set from building a lasting career.
totally different.
The architecture of a viral moment is just not the same as the architecture of a lasting discography.
Exactly. So before we crack open today's main file, and we are tackling a massive, legendary figure today, let's do a quick level set. We got to make sure everyone's up to speed.
Good idea. We covered some dense material last week.
We did. We started with the deep dive, What's Next, with Gwyn Dorado.
Right. That was the foundational session. We really stripped back her musical DNA. We looked at that potent combination she has, the powerhouse vocals from the Philippines, that R&B songwriting she developed, and then that wild card factor.
The Korean balladry. That was the surprise.
It was the hook that caught everyone off guard, that surprising mastery of Korean emotional delivery.
Yeah.
And we followed that with a deep dive on the win score formula. Will Gwend Dorado's new song go viral or a hit?
Right. That was the heavy lifting session. I know some of you are still debating the math in the comments section.
Oh, yeah.
We introduced that mathematical model to predict song success. We talked about factors like hook speed, how fast the song grabs you, and domestic traction.
And domestic traction is the variable we're really going to stress test today.
Yes. Keep that phrase in your back pocket. It's the theme of the day. Now, I want to pivot to the community for a second because the feedback has been incredible. You guys are noticing things that, even we miss.
The comment section has been a goldmine of analysis, seriously.
It really has. And I want to address a specific piece of the lore here because a few of you pointed out, very rightfully so, that we need to be careful not to paint Gwyn Dorado as like a total rookie who just showed up in Seoul.
That's a very fair point. She had a whole career before this.
Exactly. We have to remember she had established viral success back in the Philippines. I'm talking about original songs like To the La and especially Why Do We Love?
Why Do We Love is such a key piece of evidence. That song went viral. It topped charts before she ever set foot in a Korean airport. It proves she isn't just a singer who needs to be told what to do. She's a songwriter.
She gets it. And there's a word for that emotional quality in Filipino culture, isn't there? Hugot.
Yes, hugot. It literally translates to pulling out deep emotion. It's that gut-wrenching, sentimental vibe. And I think that's why she translates so well to the Korean market.
Oh, so?
Hugot is like the spiritual cousin of the Korean concept of Han.
That is a fascinating connection. So she's already bilingual in emotion.
Exactly.
But okay, let's look at the scoreboard from Sing Again for one more time because the numbers are they're staggering.
There's statistical anomalies. They really shouldn't exist in a subjective competition.
When she sang I Want You, produced by the legendary Kim Do-hoon, what was the score?
She scored a 798.
798 out of 800. That's a margin of error of 2 points. And then in the finale, for the song Light Up, produced by Groovy Room,
she hit a 799, 1 point away from perfection. That is essentially the judges telling the world, there is nothing more we can teach you. You are done.
However, and this is the detail that trips people up, right? The detail that creates all the narrative tension for this spinoff. We have to be crystal clear. Despite those record-breaking scores, Gwyn Dorado was the first runner-up.
Right. She did not win the trophy. And in a way, that makes her story even more compelling. She has the skills, the scores, but she's still chasing that number one spot. She's the hungry challenger.
Which sets the stage perfectly for today. We know the producers. And today, we are going to focus on the first one confirmed for the new show, the legend himself, Yoon Jong-shin.
This is a massive name to start with. If you're building a fantasy team for a specific kind of hit, he is your first draft pick.
Okay, let's unpack this. For listeners who might just know him as the guy with the glasses from variety shows, who is Yoon Jong-shin, really?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, Yoon Jong-shin is a foundational pillar of K-pop history. He debuted way back in 1990 with the group 015B. He's been in the game for over 3 decades.
30 years. That's multiple lifetimes in the music industry.
It is. And he's not just some legacy act playing his old hits. He is defined by this relentless creativity. You have to look at his monthly Yoon Jong-shin project.
The project. I love this concept.
It's insane. Since 2010, he has released a brand new song every single month, like a magazine issue. He treats music not as this precious, rare thing, but as a continuous diary of his life.
And that work ethic is frankly terrifying.
Yeah. But there's one moment in his career that I think defines why he's on this show. We have to talk about Like It.
The Like It phenomenon.
This happened in 2017. Yoon Jong-shin was 27 years into his career. Usually at that point, you're not competing with the new generation.
Right. You're not topping the charts against boy bands.
But, it went to #1. It absolutely dominated. And it wasn't some flashy dance track. It was a raw, painful ballad about a breakup.
It proved that authentic storytelling just cuts through everything.
Exactly. It proved that even in the age of idols and choreography, a good story wins. And that is the absolute core of the Yoon style.
So let's analyze that. If Gwyn gets matched with him, what is the architecture of that song? What does it sound like?
Well, the first thing you have to understand is that a Yoon track is a lyric-first engine.
A lyric-first engine. I like that phrasing.
It means the song isn't trying to wow you with, production tricks. It's trying to make you, the listener, feel like the song is telling your story.
It's that feeling of, how did he know I was feeling this? Did he read my diary?
Precisely. Sonically, you should expect a piano-forward skeleton. Clean chords. Very restrained drums. And the verses, they're conversational.
Conversational is the key word.
Yes. He doesn't want you belting right away. He wants you to almost speak the lyrics like you're talking to a friend over soju. And then the song builds into this huge cathartic chorus. That's the release.
And the goal here isn't just a hit record, is it? It's something deeper.
The goal is what we call a public ownership song. It's a song people quote in daily life. It's the go-to track at karaoke for every single person going through a breakup. It stops being his song and becomes the public song.
So the big question is, can Gwend Dorado do this? I mean, she's a powerhouse vocalist, she's got the R&B vibes, but can she pull off this specific Korean storytelling style?
See, here's where it gets really interesting. Because she has already proven she is the perfect vessel for this. The fan forums, they call her the reincarnated singer.
The reincarnated singer, that's a heavy title.
It fits, though. She's shown this uncanny ability to channel that old-school Korean emotion. Just look at her cover of Rebirth.
Which is titled Hwanseng in Korean, and that is a Yoon Jong-shin original.
Exactly. She took his song Hwanseng and gave it this modern polish, but she kept the sentiment. She didn't oversing it. She didn't turn it into a vocal acrobatic show.
And there's that other cover, too, her version of IU's Never-Ending Story.
That performance was critical. It showed she has Korean ballad discipline.
Define that for us, Korean ballad discipline.
It's the understanding of Han, that deep, underlying sorrow that resolves into acceptance. It's not just about hitting the high note. It's about the breath before the high note. It's about sustaining emotion. Gwyn has that.
So she has the technical tools, but Yoon is also a producer, a CEO. He founded Mystic Story.
Yeah.
How does his mentorship style play into this?
This is a huge advantage for her. Yoon isn't a factory producer. He doesn't have a sound that he forces on every artist. He tailors the song to the person in the booth.
Do we have an example of that?
The best example is the song Yes by Minseo.
Oh, right. The reply song.
Exactly. Yes was written as a female perspective reply to his own hit, Like It. He saw that Minseo had this specific plaintive quality, and he wrote a song that amplified her identity. He didn't try to make her sound like him.
So if he does that for Gwyn, he's not just going to give her a generic ballad. He's going to interview her. He's going to find her story, the girl who left home, the foreigner fighting for acceptance, and he's going to write that song.
And that is why this pairing is so dangerous. He amplifies identity.
Okay, let's apply the math. Let's go back to the win score. If Gwyn pairs with Yoon Jong-shin, what does the formula say?
If you run the numbers, a Yoon collaboration has an incredibly high domestic traction probability. We estimated at about 0.82.
0.82 is massive.
It is, because Yoon Jong-shin appeals to the general public, not just K-pop fans. We're talking moms, dads, office workers, college students. A Yoon song hits everybody.
But there has to be a downside, right?
The trade-off is global virality. A conversational, lyric-heavy Korean ballad is probably not going to blow up on TikTok in America or Brazil.
It's harder to export if you don't speak the language.
Right. It relies on the poetry, so the viral coefficient is lower.
So what's the verdict? Why would she choose this path if the goal is a global Netflix hit?
Because you have to crawl before you can run. A hit with Yoon Jong-shin validates her. It takes her from being Gwyn Dorado, the Sing Again contestant, to Gwend Dorado, the artist with a capital A.
It's the credibility play.
It cements her place in the Korean market first. It signals to the industry that she is serious, that she respects the culture, and that she can deliver a signature hit. It avoids that trap of pivoting to English too early.
That's such a crucial point. It's about respect and longevity.
Exactly. It's the safe option, but safe in the sense that it builds a foundation that won't crumble.
Okay, so to summarize, Yoon Jong-shin represents the safe, deeply emotional domestic anchor strategy for Gwyn. It gives her that public ownership song and solidifies her as a serious vocalist in Korea.
That's the strategy. High domestic reward, high artistic credibility.
But, and here's where I want to leave you all with a bit of a brain teaser.
The provocative thought.
We tend to think that to go global, you have to speak English or make a dance beat. But think about Squid Game. Think about Gangnam Style.
Even Parasite.
Exactly. So here's the question. If Gwyn Dorado collaborates with Yoon Jong-shin to create a deeply Korean, narrative-heavy ballad, does she risk alienating the global Netflix audience that wants a fast viral hit? Or is capturing the heart of the local domestic market actually the only way to truly go global in the long run?
It's the paradox of specificity.
Yeah.
Sometimes the more local you are, the more universal you become.
That is something to chew on. We're going to be tracking this closely as we get closer to the premiere.
Absolutely. And this is just one of the 4 architectures available to her.
That's right. We have 3 more producers to break down. Next time, we're going to look at the cinematic rock approach with the band Now.
It's going to be a completely different sonic world.
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you in the next deep dive.